Hey guys, it's Chelsea and today I'm making another installment in my dating series. Today we're going to be talking about fuckboys, how to spot them, how to avoid them, and just about that whole topic. Now, with my dating series videos, I try and be as gender neutral and try and give advice that'll work for everyone because I know men and women watch my videos. But this video is going to be a little more geared toward women because that's, I'm a woman that's dated men, and that this has just kind of been my experience. It's where my advice and stuff is coming from. So, but I do know that there are women out there use men and things like that and only want one thing from men, and that definitely the coin can be flipped to the other side of the situation. But my video today is going to be just about fuckboys and more geared toward the women out there. Of course, if you're a guy and this would be entertaining to you, you can keep watching, of course. Now, as far as defining a fuckboy, basically, to me, I don't know the official definition, Urban Dictionary definition, but to me, it's just a guy that only wants one thing from you, that plays games, that'll never be loyal, just like a fuckboy. Like, it's a waste of time pretty much. And unfortunately, they're all around, girl. They're out there, they're everywhere, and you'll definitely find them in the current kind of dating climate in 2018. So I just kind of want to talk about how to spot one, avoiding one, and things of that nature. So let's get into the video. I don't have any notes or anything, so if this video is a little sporadic, I don't have clear and concise points that I want to make. It's something that I just kind of wanted to see where it went, just kind of talk about it, talk what's on the top of my mind. So anyway, when it comes to kind of spotting a fuckboy and how you should, the signs to look out for to know it's maybe not someone that's going to be on the same level as you, if you're wanting a relationship, wanting something a little more serious and stuff like that. It's completely fine if you're a woman or a man and you want to have just casual sex with people and stuff like that. That's fine, and in that case a fuckboy would probably do just fine for you. But if you're someone that feelings get attached, or you really do want a relationship and things like that, that's what this video is more about, because that is when you typically will run into the most fuckboys, because I think they like it when someone comes to them like, oh, I want to be in a relationship, and they're just sitting there like, well, I'm never gonna do that, but let me see what I can get out of this girl. When it comes to spotting a fuckboy, I think one of the biggest things is look at the way they talk to you via, on the phone, through text message, stuff like that. The way they address you and stuff like that is very important. When Josh first messaged me before we started dating, when we started talking, he actually started calling me a princess, and it was something that was a little shocking at first, but it was really sweet and it was really cute. Guys will be like, oh, hey girl, or they say things that aren't necessarily complimentary. They're not talking to you about your day and really caring. They might ask, oh, what are you up to? But they're more wanting to know that, to know if you have time for them, to do what they want from you. But yeah, you have to look at your conversations and really analyze them and think, okay, does this person really want to get to know me? Josh addressed me as a princess. I think it was Christmas night of 2014 is when we started talking, and we talked on the phone for hours, you guys, and I didn't even want to get off. I think he just started falling asleep, but we talked on the phone for hours and hours and hours, and just really good, deep conversation, wanting to get to know someone. And then I think we did it again another night. So there's a difference when it's someone that's just constantly hitting up, hey, what are you up to? Hey girl, what you doing? Or things like that. That's kind of just a sign. Now, some guys aren't great over text and things like that, so you have to, feel it out. But that's definitely one thing, just right off the bat, the way they talk to you in person, the way they message you and stuff like that, or on the phone, if they even talk to you on the phone. No one really does that nowadays but me. So anyway, just kind of the way they address you and things like that. Another thing, this is very kind of like situational based, but I've noticed that guys that don't really give you a lot of attention typically seem to be fuckboys. Let's say you meet someone out, you know, you're out and about and you meet this dude and you're trying to be like, oh, you know, does he like want what I want, or is he just trying to hook up, or like what's going on? When you're kind of feeling that out, see how much attention they're actually giving you. Because I notice a lot of fuckboys will like be on their phone a lot and they might just ask you like a few questions, but do you have their undivided, you know, they're not looking at any other girl attention? That's something you really need to pay attention to. And also, if let's say you meet this person online and the first time you meet each other, you know, your first date or whatever, you don't have their full and undivided attention, that's someone that to me doesn't really care and will most likely doesn't have the best intentions for you if they can't give you that undivided attention that you deserve. If they're on their phone, if they're looking around a lot, or whatever the case may be, on the phone, not giving you that special attention, it kind of to me would come across like they don't care and that they're just into playing games and screwing around, and they're not really where you're at as far as, you know, wanting a relationship and stuff like that. So another thing is, either when you meet someone online or meet someone in person, whatever the case, usually the first thing you're gonna do is exchange social media so you can, you know, see what's going on over there and maybe catch back up on their, you know, DM, whatever. So that's usually the first thing people do, is exchange social media. And I think that once that happens, I think it's best if you kind of go through their social media and just kind of see what the deal is. Two things that I would look out for is their following ratio of men to women like a lot of women and like really no men at all? Of course, it is fine for men to follow other women on social media. You know, that's gonna happen. It's the way it is, you know, friends, people from high school, whatever the situation is, that is fine. But you guys know there's definitely a certain ratio where it's just kind of like, you literally follow like 2 dudes and like 9,000 women, you know what I mean? Like something where it's very noticeable. I would just take a look at like who they're following and, you know, just kind of get a feel for that and see if maybe you know any of the girls he's following or something. And then also look at, you know, tagged pictures and pictures on their timeline and see if they have a lot of pictures tagged with other girls, which once again is fine. But you have to understand that fuckboys, they don't care. So it's one of those things where, you know, you might go on a date with him one night and then the next day, if you will see on social media, it pops up, he's like tagged in a photo with another girl. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to friends of mine. You know, they think things are going a certain way and then they see them pop up tagged in a photo or whatever and they're like, what? So I would definitely do that research before you get too invested in somebody and just kind of see, are they tagged with a lot of different girls, you know, at different bars and clubs and things like that? Does it seem like they're kind of chasing, and you know, click on the girl's profile and see what's going on, what's popping, are they hanging out every night, or you know, what's going on? I would just do a good social media search and just kind of see if they look like someone that's kind of pushing the boundaries as far as, you know, if they're going to remain loyal to you or not, if they're, you know, out at clubs and bars with other women every other night, you know what I mean? And it's definitely very hurtful when you think things are going a certain way with someone and then all of a sudden you see them tagged at like a nightclub with a bunch of girls or something, or like at a table with a bunch of girls. It sucks. So I don't want you guys to go through that. So definitely I would do your kind of pre-research, and again, you know, feel it out. Just because they, you know, follow a lot of girls does not necessarily mean they're going to be a fuckboy, but take it as a little bit of a sign that maybe they use their social media to, you know, look for women and things like that and hookups and different situations. So, and then, I mean, just go with your gut feeling, girls. It's really not hard. It's so annoying when people see the true intentions of somebody and then are just so like amazed when it kind of ends up being true. You know what I mean? Like, I think we've all been there, either ourselves or know someone that's like, oh, you know, they start talking to a dude and all they can name are things that are like sketchy or weird or whatever, and then, oh my god, he's such a fuckboy, he's with a different girl every night, blah 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 blah. Okay, did you not see that coming, girl? Just use your instincts and definitely don't let alcohol and stuff kind of get in the way of you making the decisions you want to make, girl. I know those fuck boys, they love to come on to you if you're having a drink with your girls, or you're out at a bar or a club with your girls or whoever, just chilling. They love to leech on and, oh, you know, all this stuff, and oh, you're so cute, what's your name, what do you do? Girl, they don't give a shit, okay? There's only one thing they want, and I think you know what it is. So just use your instinct. Those are just a couple things to kind of look out for. I'm sure once I post this video, I will have so many other things to think of, but definitely do your best to kind of avoid that situation, because although, you know, it may be nice to have someone's attention and things like that, it is very hurtful dealing with a fuckboy. It really, really is. You'll see them tagged in photos with other girls. You'll be out and maybe run into them and they're with someone else, and you're like, dude, I've been texting you all day. And it's really hurtful, and it's not a good look, girl. You know, you need to be aware. And of course, there are fuckboys that are real good at it and may do none of this stuff and go completely under the radar, and unfortunately those are out there as well. But just do your best to try and avoid the situation, because it is very hurtful, and it's very discouraging, because it's going to make you be like, oh fuck dudes, like there's no good ones left and blah blah, when it's just kind of like, girl, use your instincts, you know, just pick up the vibes that you're getting and know what you want. Because if you are just wanting a hookup for the night or whatever, then fine, who cares if he's like, oh, hey man, whatever. If you want to have sex with him, go. But if you're someone that's wanting a relationship, something a little more serious, you know, you've been there, done all that, then really set your standards, set your boundaries, and yeah, and look out for those fuckboys, because they everywhere, girl. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Fuckboys suck. But at the end of the day, you know, not every guy is going to be Prince Charming. There's a lot of men and women that live their lives like that. They just don't really care about other people. They don't care about your feelings, and if it's not you, there'll be another you that they can find. And it's unfortunate that people are like that, men and women, but what are you gonna do? You just gotta do your best to look out for them and be secure in yourself and what you want. And don't put up with shit you don't want to put up with. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other suggestions for my dating series, girl. I love getting advice. I love talking to you guys, so just let me know. Follow me at Life of Chelsea on Twitter. I try and tweet whenever I can, whenever I think about it, and I should be coming out with some social media for my channel soon. I wanted to do it in 2018, but the beginning of 2018 was a little hectic, a lot going on with it being a new year and whatnot. So I'm going to be doing that soon so I can connect with you guys more. But so far I just have the Twitter at Life of Chelsea. Feel free to follow me and we can stay connected, and I'll see you guys next time here on Life of Chelsea. All right, bye-bye.